Wouldn't it be great to control your Line 6 Helix changing presets and snapshots via Ableton Live? So you just hit play in Ableton Live and the right sounds are getting selected automatically. It's possible now via a MaxForLive device. Hi, I'm Toby from abletondrummer.com. I created this Helix Automator to help you set up automations much quicker than remembering the CCs and the program changes per default. So this is really quick. You can see here I have this device and I can select different presets, and on the Helix it's changing to this presets, and obviously I can change and select the different snapshots here as well. So if I click on those, you can see that snapshot 6 is being selected now. So this can be set up real quick and real easy, and you can use it to automate things. Just press play in Ableton Live and have all your favorite guitar sounds being selected automatically. Okay, so how to set this up? So first of all, you want to make a connection from your Helix to Ableton Live, and luckily enough, it has a class compilant USB port. You can use the MIDI out, obviously, as well, the MIDI 5-pin. So you want to make sure that in your preferences you have the out Helix track being activated, because you want to send stuff out from a track in Ableton Live to the Helix. So out Helix needs to be activated. You want to make sure that the in Helix is being turned off, just making sure that you're not receiving MIDI anywhere. Keep MIDI preferences always as clean as possible. Okay, so now you just create a MIDI track. Let's quickly do that. So we have a new MIDI track, and let's delete the first one. So this is a clean MIDI track, and you want to place the MaxForLive device on this MIDI track, and now you want to make sure that this track is sending out to the Helix and the Helix is showing up. Now here, channel 1 is the default channel. The Helix is set to the MIDI channel, so if you haven't changed this, channel 1 will work. So what I always like to do is keeping MIDI routings clean, so we don't want to receive any MIDI on this track, so we just select no input for the MIDI in. Okay, so now we are already able to select different presets here, and you can see on the Helix it's changing different snapshots as well. So we can now set up automations so that this is happening automatically. Yeah, by the way, you got the tuner here as well. So first of all, you want to go into your automation view in arrangement. You can do this in session as well. In session, you just do this inside of clips. Okay, so let's have a look on the automation stuff in arrangements. So Helix Automator is selected, and now we want to select the presets. And now we can set breakpoints by clicking on this red line. So for example, if we want to, let's say we're going to start here at the first preset, and then we are going up here to a different preset. Let's do it this way. So now we have the first preset being selected when we send this out, and then it's changing to 22C. So if we go back, it's changing. Now, if you just play the transport in Ableton Live, you can see on the Helix, it's changing from the first 01A to 22C. Okay, so those are the preset changes, and obviously you just want to have those happening at the beginning of a song, because when you change the preset, there is the Helix needs a second to switch, and in this moment you don't get any sound. So you want to use the snapshots here to select different sound presets inside a song. So for example, if we say we want to have, and this is really important, the snapshot needs to come, the snapshot selection needs to come a little bit after you selected the preset. So let's say we want to go to number 4 here, and let's switch to number 7 here. So now when I play this, you can see on the Helix itself, it's now selecting number 4, and now it's going to number 7. So maybe if we do this in the first one, it's a bit easier to see because there are no lights, no different colors here. It's all red, and it's switching to the right snapshot here, the snapshot you set up here to be selected. Okay, so this is how easy you can automate stuff here. Obviously, you have access to all the different factory presets here, factory setlists, I mean, or your user setlists here. So for example, if I now have setlist user 1 selected, and if I set up a change here, you can see that this is changing to 14C here, which is called new preset because you haven't put in a name. If you have set up stuff here and you want to change the name, you can do this here. For example, let's call this new preset on 14C. Okay, so now the name is being taken over, and if you go from here to the slot 14C, it will display the name you saved in here. Okay, so you can do this with the setlist names as well. So if you have different projects, if you have different bands, you can change the user 1 to band XYZ, whatever, and you can obviously reset those to the default names here as well. One more thing, you can turn on and off the tuner, so that might be useful if you are want to remind yourself that you should tune after a certain song or after maybe a certain set, part of your set that you want to get reminded to tune. So for the tuning, you have this button here, and you can MIDI map this button as well, but it's much better to set up a MIDI note for this. So for example, if you want to have this being turned on, let's do this without any other automations here, just making sure this is as clear as possible. So if you create a MIDI track, and now if you, for example, use the C1 here to turn on and switch on the tuner view. So now we have this MIDI note in here, which is being sent to the device. And if we turn on MIDI note input here and set this to C1 as well, this MIDI note now will turn on the tuner view. So if this is happening, if this note is happening here, you can see the Helix is switching to the tuner view, and you can just turn this off when you are finished with your tuning on the tab tuner knob. It's not a knob, it's a press button, whatever, you know what I mean. Okay, so this way you can set this up to be just a reminder, and if you don't need it, you just tap it, done, you know. Okay, so just to show you quickly, you can do this obviously in the whole thing we just did here. You can set this up in session view as well. So let's select factory 1 for now. Let's create a preset change maybe here. And so if this clip is running, maybe let's slow it down a little, the tempo. You can see on the Helix that it's changing from 10C to 27C. And the same obviously for the snapshots. If you want to have different snapshots being selected, you can set this up here, and you can see it's jumping between the different snapshots here, and the snapshots are starting at 1. Usually when you are changing the preset, it's a little bit too quick, the preset change here and the snapshot change. So if we just delete the preset change here for a second to show you that it's just changing the snapshots now. 2, 4, and 8, and this is what's happening here. 2, 4, and 8. And yes, this way you are able to set this up. This is a MaxForLive device or MaxForLive plugin. You can get this via the link in the video description below. So MaxForLive is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. So you can check out this device. If you don't have the MaxForLive Suite version yet, you can always get the 90 days free trial from Ableton from their homepage, and then buy my device and check it out if it's worth the investment. Take care. Bye-bye.